Hello everyone, a very warm welcome to all of you. Still we have 7 days in our hand for patent officer exam. Along with our preparation, presentation of paper is also very important, right? So if we know how to present our paper, then it will be very easy to crack any examination, right? So that's why I just want to share some of the tips and tricks with you, so that you can attempt your paper in a very easy way, so that you can get this exam with 99% of the probability, right? Okay, so this strategy, or you can say this last minute tips and tricks, I usually follow this type of this method to write my exams, to attempt my exams. So every time this method is giving results to me, so that's why I just want to share this method with you, right? Okay, so first of all, if you observe in patent officer prelims exam, so we have 150 questions and 150 marks, 2 hours duration. 2 hours duration is, it means we have very less time. In fact, we have very less time. That means 120 minutes. In 120 minutes we have to attempt 150 questions. That means we have to give less than 1 minute time for one question. Okay, if you give less than 1 minute time, approximately 40 to 50 seconds of time if you give to attempt to solve every question, you can attempt all the questions in paper. So to attempt like this, what we have to do, we have to focus on consumption of time. We have to consume our time in a very effective manner. Okay, so if you don't know how to consume your time in an effective manner, then it will be very less time you will get to solve your question paper, right? So if you observe in patent officer prelims exam, especially importantly, we have 4 sections. So the first section is English, second section reasoning and aptitude, third IP WIPO, okay, so fourth one is GS and current affairs. So I'm dividing this patent officer prelims into these 4 sections. So in these 4 sections also we have subtopics. For suppose you take English. In English we have subtopics. For suppose you take paragraphs. Every time, if you take 2018 question paper or 2015 question paper, every time examiner generally ask 1 question or 2 questions on paragraph. Okay, paragraph based. So paragraph based questions generally they are very easy, okay, compared to the bank exams. So in bank exams also you can see this type of paragraph questions in English, but compared to the bank exams, the depth of the paragraph is not that is actually easier in this exam, right? Not that hard. So in if you take paragraph questions, you can easily attempt paragraph questions. For suppose if marks allotted for paragraph question for suppose 5 marks, right? So you have 5 marks for paragraph questions. That means you have to give your answer for 5 questions of that particular paragraph. For suppose you have 5 questions here, okay, so out of 5 questions you can easily, if you read paragraph carefully, you can easily attempt 3 to 4 questions. Okay, according to me, you can easily attempt 3 or 4 questions. Okay, one question might be difficult. So on understanding the paragraph, if you can understand the paragraph, if you can understand the theme of the paragraph, if you can understand the intention of the paragraph, you can attempt all 5 questions also sometimes, right? So first of all, try to understand the paragraph in a very effective manner. Even though if you don't have time to understand the paragraph, you can easily give your answer for at least 4 questions of that particular paragraph by just seeing that particular content of that paragraph, right? So I'm just considering this paragraph questions and paragraph is just memory based. Not memory based, visual based. Okay, so this is not a memory based, this is visual based. So if you have a very good vision, right, so if you can observe the paragraph in a very effective manner, then you can easily get more marks in this paragraph based questions. So after that, you have some questions, you will have some questions on errors, you will have some questions on grammar, you will have some questions on vocabulary, on those things. Okay, spotting errors, on those things. To solve those questions, you must have concept. But to attempt these paragraph questions, you don't need to have any concept. Just by seeing the paragraph, by observing the paragraph in a very effective manner, you can easily do these questions. So my suggestion is, okay, first of all, I'm just dividing these all things. Okay, after that, I will tell you how to attempt the paper. Okay, so this is about the English section. So when it comes to reasoning and aptitude, so you have lot of chapters in reasoning and aptitude. So this, for suppose you take number series, you take letter series, okay, you take blood relations, you take ranking, okay, those chapters are there with you. So to attempt these questions, you must have some concept. At least you must have some basics to attempt these questions. Okay, so these are called concept based questions. So these paragraph questions are visual based questions, these are called concept based questions. This is about the section 2, right? Okay, third section. So regarding third section, again IP and WIPO. So this IP and WIPO rules, if you know the if you know particular years of IPO, some rules are there, okay, some laws are there, IP laws are there, okay, so this is completely based on your memory. So we can say this section is completely memory based section. Okay, if you know the answer, you can give your answer. If you don't know the answer, you cannot give your answer. That's all. So instantly you can give answer for these questions. So this is again memory based section. Last one, GS and current affairs. Again, this is memory based question, because you have only if you take general studies, so general studies, physics, chemistry, mathematics, geology, botany, etc. So if you know the answer, you can give you the answer. If you don't know the answer, you cannot give the answer. Okay, so next, current affairs is also like that. So if you have a good command on current affairs of January to August, you can easily give your answer within fraction of seconds. So this section is also memory based. Okay, so this section is also memory based. So if you take a conclusion on these 4 sections, first of all, what I'm suggesting you is, for suppose you are just paper is there on your computer screen. Now you are here, right? So when the exam is just starting, first of all, try to read your paper thoroughly. Okay, from the starting point itself till the end point, try to just thoroughly see the paper. What I'm suggesting you is just thoroughly see the paper. Okay, so in the first attempt, okay, this is the first step. In this first step, what you have to do, just focus on memory based questions, and visual based questions. For suppose you take English, okay, so actually examiner is asking questions in a random way. Okay, in a random mode they are asking the questions. Just see the first question. If you don't know the first question, move on. So don't give much time on a particular question. This is my suggestion. In the step 1 of your exam, I'm telling you, don't give much time to any particular question. If you don't know the answer, move on. So why I'm stressing on this visual based questions, if you know the paragraph, if you see the paragraph, you can easily attempt these questions. So try to attempt those kind of questions in the English section initially, right? So whenever you give your answer for this paragraph questions initially, you will get the marks first of all, and you can save your time. So instead of answering these complex questions, the questions on errors, questions on grammar, you have to give more time on these questions. But instead of that, try to give your answer on paragraph. Okay, so give your time first of all on paragraph questions. So try to solve them as early as possible at the initial stage of your exam. Okay, So next, when it comes to this reasoning and aptitude, so they are just concept based questions. If you know the concept, do those questions, otherwise just leave and move on. Okay, so according to me, for suppose if you have 25 questions, on reasoning and aptitude, definitely if you are the sincere student, not a sincere student, if you normally even if you normally study these reasoning and aptitude sections, you can easily attempt at least 10 questions. 10 to 15 questions you can easily attempt, because in patent officer exam, the questions on reasoning and aptitude will be very, very easy, right? So if you just use your brain, you can do a particular question on reasoning and aptitude within a minute, at least in 55 seconds. You can do one question. Okay, so just for suppose if you have here, complex questions will be there, and easy questions will also be there. So in your first stage, try to attempt these questions. Okay, in your first stage, try to attempt these easy questions. In your first stage, try to attempt these paragraph questions. Okay, and when it comes to this third section, IP and WIPO, if you know the answer, you can give, otherwise you cannot. Right? So just see the question. If you know the answer, give answer, otherwise just move on. Don't waste your time, at least for 1 second here. Okay, at least for 1 second here. If you know the answer, give answer, otherwise just move on. So this is also memory based question. Target this section also at the stage 1 of your exam. Okay, next, when it comes to GS and current affairs, this is also memory based section. Okay, by just seeing the question, you can give the answer. If you know the answer, give answer, otherwise just move on. So what my suggestion is only one thing. At the first stage of your exam, what you have to do, focus on paragraph questions, focus on some easy questions of reasoning and aptitude, focus on IP and WIPO, focus on GS and current affairs. Okay, this is your stage 1. Now you are coming to stage 2. So in stage 1, you have to focus on memory based questions and you have to focus on visual based questions. This is in stage 1. Now come to stage 2. So in stage 2, you know the answer, but you are confusing in between two options. Okay, you know the question and you know the answer, but you are just confusing. Here in stage 1, you know the answer accurately, but in stage 2, again, try to do those questions which are actually giving some difficulty to you, right? That means, for suppose in the stage 1 of your exam, you know the answer in a very, very accurate way, but in stage 2, if you are confusing in between two options, try to attempt those questions, right? If you are confusing in between two options of a particular question, try to attempt those questions, right? So in second stage of your exam, try to focus on easy level questions. In this easy level questions also, if you feel that that you are confusing in between two options, then try to decode those particular questions. So this is about the stage 2. Now when it comes to stage 3, try to attempt difficult level questions. So here difficult level questions are also there, concept based questions, difficult level questions are also there. So try to focus on those difficult level questions regarding your concept based. Okay, so this is about the strategy. So you can divide your exam in these 3 stages. So again, I'm just concluding this video like this. So the first one, stage 1. So just try to thoroughly read the paper and try to identify which questions are memory based and which questions are visual based. Try to attempt those questions, visual based and memory based questions, in your stage 1. In stage 2, if you are confusing in between two options, then try to attempt those questions and also try to attempt easy level questions, not very easy level. Try to attempt very easy level questions in your stage 1. Try to attempt easy level questions in stage 2. Okay, and in stage 3, you have to try to give your answer for difficult level questions. Okay, so my suggestion is only one thing, that out of 150 marks, at least try to get 90 to 100 marks. Okay, if you are the general candidate, try to get at least 100 marks so that you will be in a safe job. Okay, so yeah, that's all. I hope you people will perform well in your exam. Still, if you have any doubts, please ask me in the comment section. Thank you so much.